Hey guys! Now we all know that Christmas is coming and I'm really feeling the Christmas holiday mood for the moment, even though it's only November. But I have created a holiday look using one of the latest Christmas collection launches from the Body Shop. The palette that I'm using is this one right here, and it launches on November 5th in Singapore, but I think right now it's already in stores. Opening the palette, there are 4 shades that are quite complementary to one another. There's gold and there's purple and one that is a bit more coral. But I'm not going to follow the instructions that's on the back of the palette. I'm just going to create this look, which is something a bit different from the one that's given. I'm also going to use some other products that I've recently featured on the blog, namely this AC On Tour Australia's Contouring and Highlighting Kit, and a new product that I have not mentioned before, which is the Nude Rose Paint Wash Lip Color from Laura Mercier. So if you'd like to know how to create this look, which can be quite simple to do, then watch ahead. Okay, so this is the palette that I'm going to use. The first shade that I will use will be the light purple one that's on the very top right of the palette. And I'm going to use it all over the eyelid as a base color. To apply it, I will use a wet brush. This is because if the brush is wet, then it's able to pick up the color. If the brush is dry, it's not going to be as good. Okay, so now that we got the base color on, I'm going to add the darkest shade from the palette onto the outer corners of my eyes. Again, I'm using a wet brush in order to pick up just enough pigment and just enough color. I'm also taking great care to make sure that the outer edges are sharper and blended well properly to the inner part of the eye. So you've colored the ends, the outer corners of the eye, and now we're just going to blend everything together really nicely. So take a blender brush, and this brush is from Sigma. Don't know if you can see it. Just blend it really nice. Right now, I'm going to use this coral-like shade, and I'm going to put it just around this area, the top, so that it blends a bit better into the natural skin color. Okay, so the next step, once you've got this down, is to put some eyeliner on to add definition to your eyes. I'm going to use Delinquent from Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And by using this, I'm going to create a soft wing liner, and I'm going to use a smudger brush. I'm going to use a smudge brush to just smudge it out like this. Okay, so alright. I'm going to draw it on the other eye first before smudging them. My right eye is a bit tricky because I don't know if you can see it, but I have a depression. It's a wound from many years back when I had a sty. The doctor just squeezed it out, and so now I have a hole in my eyelid. I'm trying to cover it up, and the problem with that dent is that it creates a different way in which my eyelids look when I open my eyes. So I have to edit using makeup. Okay. Now that I've drawn the eyeliner on, I'm going to smudge it out to create a softer wing look. The next thing I'm going to do is to contour and highlight some parts of the face. I will be using the AC On Tour Contouring and Highlighting Kit from Australis. If you open it up, you have 6 shades. 3 on the top are the highlighting shades, and the 3 at the bottom are the contouring shades. So for contouring below the cheekbones, I'm going to use the first contour shade, and then to highlight maybe the T-zone and the chin, I'm going to use the first highlighting shade. I'm going to also add a bit of contour powder on my hairlines around this area and here. Yeah, I'm not really sure if it really works, but you know, better than nothing. To contour the hairline area, I'm going to use the second shade because it's a bit more grey than the first one. So it's going to blend a bit better with my natural hair color. Okay, so I'm done with contouring right now. I've just contoured my cheeks and near the hairline, and now I'm going to do some highlighting, but just a little bit, not too much because I don't want to look like a light bulb. Yeah, I'm adding just some highlighter in the middle of my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. Some on the chin. I've just added some highlighter on the middle of my forehead, my nose bridge and the chin. So now I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter underneath the eyes. Okay, I'm still using the same contouring and highlighting kit from Australis, and to highlight the area under the eye, I'm going to use the second highlighting shade because the yellow shade really covers up purples and sallow skin color very well. Okay, just make sure to blend it out a little bit so that you don't look like you have two like semicircles under your eyes. Alright, so now that we're done with all the eye color, the contouring, the adding of blush and everything, the next thing to do is just to finish up with dusting powder all over the face, and then finally add some lip color and you'll be ready to go. What I normally do to set my makeup is just to put a light dusting of my compact foundation again to absorb any oil that has come up since the beginning of putting on my makeup. I'm using the Dior Compact Foundation. So just a slight dusting, even over the brows as well. Now the very last thing to do before I consider my makeup done, before lipstick, is to add a light dusting of the Guerlain Meteorites right here. And I usually just dust this all around the face, but I put a bit more on the forehead, the cheeks, and the nose, and the chin. Yeah. So, just gonna go ahead and put some here. You can also put some along the jawline, okay, which is a technique that people do nowadays in what they call strobing. Okay, so now that we're done with the face makeup, the last thing to do is to add some lip color. I'm going to use the Paint Wash lip color in Nude Rose by Laura Mercier. I really love this lip gloss because it gives off a very natural semi-matte look. If you put some like lip balm underneath this lip gloss or lip color, then of course the effect is going to be a bit shinier. But if you don't, this one is a really good matte lip product to have. Alright, so that's what I have for my very first Christmas holiday season makeup look. Featuring the Body Shop eyeshadow palette, which is a limited edition palette for the holiday season this year. They also have another one in silver, which features shades which are a bit more blue and silver. Now I know this look might not be something that you would wear every day, especially if you're someone who doesn't really use makeup at all. But it's Christmas, it's the holidays, you know, it's gloomy outside and cold and just miserable outside. But indoors it's warm and cozy, and you have candlelight, you have your loved ones around you, you have dinner that everyone is dressed up for. So a little bit of makeup wouldn't hurt. And I really hope that you found this tutorial helpful, and I look forward to making another one for you, hopefully before Christmas comes around. So thank you for watching and Merry Christmas!